Hi, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Katrina and this is Create Something Pretty. I am going to make a video for you today about dresses that I believe are tummy friendly. At least I'm hoping they're going to be tummy friendly. I really feel like you don't really know to actually make them for sure, but I have been trying to find a dress for my Frocktails. I've done a trial, I'm not happy with it, and I've decided that I need to find dresses that are more tummy friendly. So if that's something that is interesting and it would be helpful for you, please keep watching. Thank you so much for joining me. So I have pulled out a whole heap of patterns that I have actually considered making myself for Frocktails coming up in less than a month's time now. I don't know how I'm always this disorganized every year. I was actually hoping to use some of my beautiful fabric to make my dress out of, but I just don't have any cuts that are long enough. All the dresses that I like and that suit my figure all require over 3 meters, 3.5. Most of them take 4 meters of fabric, so I don't want anything too short. I want there to be a lot of room around my tummy. I have an upper tummy now that I never used to have, and I just want to feel good in what I'm wearing. So all these patterns I'm hoping will help me out with that. And I'll show you what I've done so far. So the dress that helped me discover that I'll show you next, and then we'll talk about all the other dresses. So the dress that behind me is the one that made me realize what's going to suit me. I wanted to use my good fabric. I have this beautiful fabric here from My Dress Made that I picked up at the Dahlia Society, and it is stunning. It's a crepe. And it's going to be very, very drapey, very nice to wear. So it's got quite a bit of drape in it. That's folded, so maybe I'll make it in one layer. There we go. It's got quite a bit of drape in it. It'll be absolutely gorgeous to wear. So I've only got about, I think it's not quite 3 meters. I thought I had more than that, but yes, not quite 3 meters. So I'm a bit disappointed. I don't think I'm going to be able to use it for this dress. So I also picked out this one. I was just trying to find the cuts that I had the most of, and this is a Pascal Dillinger. I don't know if it actually has another name. It's a Nerida Hansen fabric that I picked up a few years ago. It's a linen though, and I actually haven't worked with a lot of linens, particularly in regards to making dresses. So that is something I do hope to work on in maybe next year, to try and use a bit more linen. I would like to use a bit more environmentally conscious fabrics, but that is a whole other skill. Trying to fit myself in fabrics. I just find rayons and the drapey fabrics look nicer on me. So that's something I hope to work on a bit more in the coming years. So I made this dress, and this is the Vogue 9311. I chose this dress because of the amount of fabric that it uses, and I thought it would be nice, and it has that sort of sleek, stylish look that I was looking for. I wanted this view here, but with the shorter sleeves. I just feel like a lot of fabric on me just drowns me, so I didn't really want long sleeves. And I also made my trial, I've made it shorter. I've just cut it off to here. I've done the split. Since then I have discovered that I don't like the split. Maybe it's just the length that I've chosen. I think if maybe it was longer I would prefer it, but for the trial I've done, I didn't like it. And it has a little tie at the back as well, which gives you the ability to cinch it in. So I found that with that tie, cinching it in, it does actually pull the fabric and shows off that little bump at the front more. So that's why I didn't like it. I really like the top of it. This part at the top here is really nice, and the sleeve looks lovely at the length it's at. You can't really see it. I'll put a photo in. It's not finished. I have decided that for my trial I don't like the split, and I'm going to go back and take it off, but I'll take a photo for you just for this video, so that you can see what it actually looks like on me. So that's the first one I've made, and I got this one out of about 2.5 meters of fabric. I end up having to cut these sleeves, instead of on the grain, it was sort of on the cross grain. So that's what I've done so far. I'm hoping I'll get somewhere out of it eventually. I did choose the fabric because it was one that I thought would be more everyday. So I think I may like it down the track. At the moment, I'm unsure. So the dress I actually wanted to make originally was this one. This is the Vogue 9253, and this has the tie at the front. It has a slightly fuller skirt and it has a grown-on sleeve, which I did want to do that grown-on sleeve. I think it looks really nice. It's very plungy, very deep V, which I would bring that up. I just alter that. The only thing I don't like about it is that it has a zip. And I just I haven't done one in years. It has pockets as well, so I think that's really good. It has some darts at the bust. It looks like it's at this front skirt as well. Now I'm considering changing those darts and making it more of a gather at the front. There's always something you can do, so I need to play with that. I have actually tried the top of this. I actually started off doing this, and then when I realized how much fabric it uses up, for my size it takes around 4.5 meters, so yeah, that's a lot. So that's why I switched to the other one, but I think I'm going to go back and have a go at making this. I have bought some fabric to trial this in, and I'll probably have to buy some fabric to make the final dress out of as well. It won't be really nice fabric because I can't afford that. So yeah, they're the dresses that I'm looking at making. So I'll show you the other dresses that I have considered along the way, so hopefully these will help out anyone else who's having trouble. So this next dress is one that I chose because I have actually made it before, and it's a classic. It's well known in the sewing community. This is McCall's 7969, and I have made this once and I would really like to have it in my wardrobe again. I made what did I make? I think I made this one here, and I didn't do this sort of gathered sleeve here. I just did the open sleeve here, and mine was this length. It doesn't fit me anymore. I do have it and I love the fabric, and I'm so sad that it doesn't fit me. So I would like to go back and make that again. So I did consider making that because it meant that I could then wear it later on. I liked it also because it has that gathered waist as well. So I just thought that would be dressy enough that I could wear it to a dressed up event, or I could wear it at home depending what fabric I make it out of. I thought that was like, if I run out of time, I would go to this one. So that's McCall's 7969, and yeah, it's a classic. The next dress, I actually purchased this pattern just yesterday. This is Simplicity 9476. I always do my Instagram search every time I get a Bigfoot pattern, just to see how they look on everybody else, and I try and find people with similar shapes to myself to see how it's going to look. And I was considering making this one at the top. I want it to be long with the little flutter sleeves, and it also has this little gather, I'm not sure what you call that. It's like a detail at the waist with sort of rouging, sort of. It's not really a belt, it's sewn into the seam. It also has a option of a plunging back or a covered back, and I just thought it was really pretty. I think it has that real more dressy look about it. That's what sort of drew me to it, because I want it to look a little bit more elevated than a casual dress. So I've also seen there is an example on Instagram that I found of this made up as a casual dress, so I'll be tempted to do that as well. So that's Simplicity 9476. This one comes in a couple of different size ranges. I know sometimes their size ranges aren't great, but unfortunately the sizes did not overlap for this one. This one is a 18 to 24. It comes up to a 32. And they're in different packets, so yeah, it's just, you got to make sure you get the right packet and go by your measurements on the back, and make sure you check your the finished garment measurements, and make sure there's going to be, because sometimes they come up big, so yeah, that's something to consider. So the measurements for this one, it puts me in, like, I'm about a 45 bust at the moment. So that puts me in a size 24, but then my hip is near a 50, so that puts me in a 26. So what I decided to do with this one is to go by my bust size, because there's usually plenty of ease in a skirt, so I went with my bust size when I chose this one. So that's Simplicity 9476, and I think that's another one that has sort of gathering at the waist. and so it would hide the tummy, but then it still looks really stylish. It has that real sort of polished bodice. So yeah, I really like that one. Hopefully I get a chance to make that, if not for Frocktails. So the next dress that I considered making, and I was quite surprised, I actually have looked at this pattern lots of times. I had it in my stash already. It wasn't until I went and bought the other pattern that I saw this one. This is Simplicity 9325. This one has a lot of options. It has a sleeveless version, which is under my finger, I think. And it has an option to have little flutter sleeves, and then it has a little, which one is it on? The bottom one here, it has a little flutter detail on the sleeve as well. That this waistband here, it actually is a tie at the back, which I didn't realize, and you can see it looks quite open without it, so there's looks like there's a bit of room in it. So I thought that might be a good option. Then you can pull it in as much or as little as you like. So it also has this detail at the front here. Where's a better picture of it? I think you can see it on the line drawing on this one better. It has this little bit at the center here, so you could make that out of mesh if you wanted to, or you could color match if that's something that you want to do. Color, have different colors in there. So or maybe a bit of a lace or something. So that is Simplicity 9325. And yeah, I just thought that was a good one to try. I think that would be a good one to do as a casual dress as well. So yeah, hopefully that one fits me, because I realised I got a size 18 packet. This one takes about, which one would I make? I'll probably make view A. This one takes about just under 4.5 meters for view A. So that's still a fair bit of fabric. So all of these are all actually quite hungry. This Simplicity one takes, for my size, oh, where is it? That one, it would be, mine would take about 3.5 meters, which wasn't too bad. So that, I think I actually considered that one for that reason. And this McCall's one, the longer version, which I wouldn't need it that long, so I could get away with less. It takes, for the largest size, 3 meters 80, so it's just under 4. So it's still quite a lot, but I think I could get away with 3.5 with this one, because I'm short, so I can get away with it. And I probably wouldn't do the sleeve that long either. So yeah, that does give me opportunity to use that other crepe fabric. The next pattern that I was looking at making, that I did consider, is a Vogue pattern, and it's Vogue 1801. And I've had this in my stash for a little while. I sort of bought it and then I decided I didn't like it that much, but I think this would actually be a really good one for Frocktails. It has that sort of gathered sort of look. It's got the sleeves. You can tell they've all got the little sleeves that I like. So you got that bit of arm coverage if you don't like showing off your arms. And it does have that plunging neckline that gives it that bit more of a stylish look. The skirt, it looks like it's a circle skirt. It uses up a fair bit of fabric as well. I would probably do, there's length variations there. I actually had trouble telling what the difference was. It's all length variations. So view A, view B. View B uses up 4.4 for the longest one. View A uses up 3.6 for the largest size as well. So that is another option. I think that's a really nice dress. I would like to give that a go. Just out of curiosity, I'd like to give that a go. It does have a zipper at the back, and it has full coverage at the back, which you can see on the line drawings here. So yeah, the zipper looks like it's going to be something I'm going to have to bite the bullet and give it a go. I think most of these other dresses I've chosen, there's 2 more. They've also, one of these has a zipper. This one does not. This is a Cashmerette Roseclair dress. I've been wanting to make this one for quite a while. I think I really like the long one. I think this is really, really nice. I've seen there's a lot of versions on Instagram of this. It's got the long sleeve or the short sleeve, and then you've got this one's more of a, it's not so much gathered. That's the only thing that puts me off it. That is something that I would probably change. I just needed that little bit gathered at my tummy just to hide that bit. So it's just a really nice dress on everyone who's made it. I really like that and really love all the pictures. So that's by Cashmerette, the Roseclair dress. The only issue for me is that I need the upper size, but then the bust cup is a D cup, and the smaller size, the bust cup is a B cup, and I'm sort of in between. So I'm going to have to do a full bust adjustment regardless, or a small bust adjustment regardless of which size range I go for. So yeah, I think this is a really good one for dressy occasions. That's the Roseclair dress from Cashmerette. So the final dress that I have chosen to possibly make for Frocktails, and I almost did pick this one, is the Pauline by Closet Core. And the reason I like this is because of that beautiful square neckline. I love the detail under the bust. I love how the sleeves are just gathered onto the shoulder there. I think that looks really pretty. Only thing I don't really like this is this panel section here. This dress also has a beautiful detail at the back. I might put some pictures in for you so you can see that. It has a zipper at the back, which I don't like. I mean, I like it, but I just don't want to have to put it in. But there is an option. If you do not like this, there is a free add-on for this pattern that gives you all these details. So this one has a slightly higher neckline and then has a gathered skirt right on the bodice rather than having that flat panel. It has an option of pockets and a different sleeve, and this is the back that I was talking about. So it has a zipper in here. So yeah, that's, I believe it's on their blog. I have to look into that. I can't quite remember how I got it, but I know it's a free add-on. It's on their website somewhere. So yeah, that's the Pauline by Closet Core, and it just has that really polished, sort of a bit more elevated look about it. So yeah, I think that's a really cool dress. I think I almost made this one last year as well. So they're the dresses that I have considered. There are actually a couple others, but I would be here all day and I need to get sewing. So I'm actually hoping to get to and make this dress. I wanted to try making the Vogue one again. I've actually done the bodice already for this one. Ooh, I've already done the bodice for this one, so all I have to do is redo it and do the skirt. So hopefully I'll at least get a wearable twirl out of it. So I purchased this fabric with intentions of trialing it, and I did get 4 meters of this at Spotlight just yesterday. This is a fabric that was on clearance, and I tried to go for a fabric that was close to a color that I would wear, and also something that I could still wear casually, because this is a trial, this is not the actual dress. So I want to do this one and see how we go. I've already done a fit trial for the bodice on this one, so I should be safe to go ahead. I just need to find it and then figure out what I did with it. So there's 4.5 meters of this. They actually didn't have a whole lot of rayons there for me to choose from. There's probably like 2 that were on clearance at the time, and I went the wrong time of the week when I was switching over the sales, so I don't know if there's more there now. I haven't been to Spotlight for ages, until yesterday. I also, while I was there, I picked up this fabric as well. This is a linen that was on clearance. This was I think it's like $5 a meter. The other one was $8 a meter. Yeah, I picked this up because I want to give a bit more of a go at working with linen. I really haven't worked with linen very much, and I just would like to be using a bit more of an environmentally conscious sort of fabric rather than using rayon all the time. Yeah, and because I have that beautiful Pascal Dillinger fabric, I would really like to yeah, just trial using something else before I go cutting into that beautiful fabric, which is really expensive. So if I make this dress and it goes well, I do have this fabric which I bought a long, like 2020, and it's got this beautiful rose mocket, which is quite similar to the other fabric I was hoping to use. Just doesn't have the pink in it as well. It's a beautiful drapey rayon, so I'm hoping that maybe I'll make my trial, like my final dress, out of this one. That is what I'm planning on doing going forward. I hope you guys are all organized and having more luck than me. Oh my goodness, it's coming up so quickly. So that is everything I have to talk to you today. I hope you enjoyed hearing about all my dresses. If you did, I'd love it if you gave me a thumbs up. If you're not yet subscribed, please subscribe, and I'll see you here again next week with another video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.